Welcome back to my channel. Kindly watch to the end. Like and subscribe.
The title of our story is The Rise and Fall of a Political Man and Rewards of Wickedness Part 2.
Tobi, a young orphan with no family to turn to, trudged down the dusty road to the motor park in Bangba State. His clothes were threadbare, his face smeared with dirt, and his eyes reflected the weight of a life filled with hardship. Desperation drove him to approach one of the cab drivers, a man named Mr. Tola, who was busy cleaning his car. Tobi, with trembling hands and a cracking voice, pleaded for help. He needed to get to Lagos State, where he hoped to find a better life. Initially, Mr. Tola wasn't interested. He waved Tobi off, irritated by the interruption.
"I'm not running a charity," he muttered.
But Tobi refused to give up. With tears streaming down his face, he poured out his life story, the tragic death of his parents under mysterious circumstances, his struggle to survive as a homeless child, and his dream of escaping his current life. Mr. Tola listened in silence, his heart softening. Finally, moved by the young boy's plight, he agreed to take him to Lagos. In the bustling streets of Lagos, Tobi began a new chapter. The city's chaos was overwhelming, but Tobi hustled tirelessly, weaving through traffic to sell cold drinks for a woman named Ayawale. Despite the scorching heat and the dangers of street life, Tobi persevered. The pain of his orphan existence lingered, but his determination to survive was unshakable. He carried the memories of his parents with him, their tragic deaths a mystery he often revisited in his mind. Far from the struggles of Tobi's life, Kemi, a woman living in luxury, enjoyed a life of wealth and comfort. Married to a successful businessman, she resided in a lavish home, her every need catered to. But beneath her perfect exterior lay a dark secret. Years ago, in her quest for power and affluence, Kemi had poisoned her former lover, Tobi Adeyemi, a promising politician. The guilt of her actions was something she buried deep within her, hidden from even her daughter, Tola. Tola, a vibrant young woman, lived abroad, attending one of the most prestigious schools, completely unaware of her mother's sinister past. As Tobi grew older, life hardened him. By the time he turned 20, he was no longer the vulnerable boy who begged for help at the motor park. A chance meeting with Whale, a smooth-talking and charismatic man, marked a turning point in his life. Whale introduced Tobi to a dangerous world, a gang involved in ritual killings for wealth. Though hesitant at first, the allure of escaping his struggles proved too strong. Tobi joined them, hoping it would provide the means to honor his late parents and secure a better future. Within a week, Tobi's life changed dramatically. He went from struggling to survive to owning a mansion, which he dedicated to the memory of his parents. He married a stunning woman, and for the first time, life seemed to favor him. But his newfound wealth came with a dark price, an annual ritual requiring the sacrifice of a mature woman. One of the gang members, however, disrupted the delicate balance of their pact by traveling abroad and neglecting his ritual duties. This act triggered a deadly chain of events. One by one, the gang members began dying in gruesome ways, their deaths surrounded by mysterious circumstances. In panic, the surviving members turned to the herbalist who had facilitated their rise to wealth. The herbalist demanded a heavy price. Each member had to sacrifice 3 women within 7 days to reverse the curse. During this turbulent time, Tobi met Tola at a nightclub. The attraction between them was instant. Unaware of the dark connection between their past, they began dating. Tobi, desperate to fulfill his ritual obligation, lured Tola to his home under the pretense of a romantic evening. There, he sacrificed her alongside 2 other women to complete the ritual. Months passed, and Kemi continued her life of luxury, blissfully unaware that her daughter was dead. Then, one day, Tola returned home, heavily pregnant. Kemi was overjoyed to see her daughter alive, though she was puzzled by Tola's refusal to reveal the father of her child, claiming she had no memory of the event. Tola soon gave birth to a baby boy named Ao. Kemi, thrilled to be a grandmother, doted on the child, oblivious to the dark truths surrounding his birth. Meanwhile, the gang's curse grew worse. Their wealth vanished, and the surviving members were forced to confront their crimes. The herbalists revealed that the only way to break the curse was to confess their sins to the families of their victims. One by one, the gang members succumbed to their fates, leaving Tobi as the sole survivor. Racked with guilt and desperate to save his own life, Tobi decided to confess. He arrived at Kemi's home, trembling as he revealed the horrifying truth about his actions. As he confessed to sacrificing Tola, Kemi was paralyzed with shock. "You're lying," she screamed. "Tola is alive. She just gave birth to my grandson." Tobi's eyes fell on Ao, lying peacefully on the couch. The resemblance between the child and his own deceased father was striking. A chilling realization washed over him. Ao was his son, conceived the night he sacrificed Tola. Overwhelmed by the weight of his actions, Tobi collapsed into madness. The next day, a pastor visited Kemi's home to pray over the troubled household. During the prayer, the pastor had a startling revelation. He revealed Kemi's long-buried secret. She had murdered Tobi's father years ago, setting off a chain of events that ultimately led to Tola's death. The pastor explained that God allowed Tola's spirit to return, not as a punishment, but to bring Ao into the world, a child destined to unite the cursed families of Kemi and Tobi.
Overcome by guilt and the magnitude of her actions, Kemi collapses and dies instantly and was buried. The sins of the past will always find their way home. The end. Thanks for watching. Kindly like, comment and